there's a lot of legal considerations that can create an obstacle during the transaction. And I literally every day we see something like some of these things on our checklist that created an obstacle that people weren't aware of. There's a lot of different things that become attached to the real estate. And so in order for the real estate to transfer, they need to be satisfied. So one is federal, state, or local tax liens. Like, you are not going to not pay your taxes and think you're going to sell this real estate and make out with a bunch of cash.
Right.
So what happens is that is something that if you were not aware of it, I mean, sometimes that happens, or one spouse wasn't aware of it, perhaps. It shows up on the title opinion that an attorney prepares. Like, oh, there is a federal tax lien. I do have that happen, that people are like, oh, well, I owe the IRS money, but I thought I had a payment plan set up, so I didn't know I was going to have to clear it in order for my home to sell. You do if they've done a lien. I have had situations where sometimes these entities will work with them and detach it from that home in exchange for whatever. But oh my gosh, is that ever stressful? Another one is civil court judgments can create a lien.
Missed child support or spousal support payments.
Okay, I do want to touch on that because child support is a very big part of the real estate transaction process. If you have someone in the transaction that is currently liable for child support, it is part of us being an abstract state versus a title insurance state. In any situation where there is child support, we have to get a child support affidavit signed in order for the property to transfer. So
even if you're up to date and everything's completely above board.
Yeah, so you have to, and so there's two different ways that happens. The cleanest way is if that person receiving child support will sign an affidavit saying, yes, everything is up to date. Believe it or not, a lot of times those relationships are ones where there might be conflict, and they're like, I don't want to ask my ex to sign this child support affidavit. So in that situation, we have to actually go to Child Support Recovery Services and get a printout of the activity. And then an attorney needs to create an affidavit showing that they're up to date. So that is something that takes a lot of people by surprise. That is a legal part of selling.
Wow. Also, if you've been living there for a while and perhaps thought, oh, these homeowners associations dues, I'm just a little behind on them. Any failure to pay HOA dues can affect the sale of the property.
Right. And we do have to get an HOA affidavit signed with every sale that involves an HOA. So we have to go to the homeowners association. You have to pay even that month. Like if you're closing on April 5th, you have to have your April dues paid in order for them to sign that HOA affidavit. So that always creates a little, we deal with it all the time, but it's something that takes people by surprise.
And any unpaid debts in general can sometimes hold up a real estate transaction.
Right. So if it's created a judgment situation, it definitely can.